Hi, and welcome back to Life Daily with Dawn. I am Dawn Richerson, and we are doing a video series called All Systems Go about the 24 life systems to come to life and live in full expression. And today we are exploring another one of the seeds systems. There are 8 seed systems within the 24 life systems, and the 8 seed systems are all about a reconnection to your essential self, to the light that you are at your core. These are very internal systems, and they are designed to help you reconnect to what matters most within so that you can come to life and live in full expression. So the 8 seeds systems are the clearing map system, the energy map system, the awakening map system, the essence map system, the interior design map system, the mission map system, the expansion map system, and the destiny map system. And today we are looking at number 2, the energy map system. So for each of these seeds systems, life systems, solar systems, I know I can't decide what to call them. I call them by a lot of different names, but for each one I designed a soul essence art or C symbol. And the one for today I love, which is a dancing figure that is it's a connection to the energetic system within that figure, and a connection to life energy, which is all around, and a coming together of those energies to create beautiful patterns of potential in life. And so that's what today is all about. The energy map system to connect to your essential self, pathways to harness your inner energy resources and restore your soul from within. So with each of these seeds systems or life systems, there are 8 momentum action pathways, and I use the acronym MAP for that because these 8 momentum action pathways are access points to assist you in doing whatever the focus of the particular system is. In this case, pathways to harness your inner energy resources and restore your soul from within. So let's look at the 8 momentum action pathways that are associated with the energy map system. Number 1, practice inner environmental awareness. So this is about giving equal attention to what's going on inside of you that you do to what's going on outside of you. That is very difficult to begin to do if you're not accustomed to it, and yet the gifts of doing that are just enormous. And so this is something you can cultivate, an awareness of your inner environmental system on a day-to-day basis through a daily practice. The second momentum action pathway for the energy map system is to draw on your star power or your star energy and to harness that. STAR is an acronym for your soul's truth and radiance. So you want to, first of all, be aware of what's going on within you. Second, you want to draw on your star energy. And that's about harnessing the inner energy resources that you have naturally because you are a dynamic and sustainable system. We are created to thrive, and we have everything we need. The natural resources are right here. We are not dependent upon somebody giving us external resources, and it's certainly not money or food or all of the physical things. We do need those to survive here. I'm not discounting that, but to thrive in life, you know, at its most core essential foundation is about tapping into your natural resources of your own inner environmental system that you are designed with. That's the beauty of the human design, and in my way of viewing it, it is the gift of God and the gift of life. And so these are sacred vessels, you know, which contain who we really are, because this is not who we really are, this little suit we're wearing. You know, it's about the soul, the heart and soul, the eternal nature of who you are as a dynamic and sustainable system, as one expression, a unique expression of the light and the life and the love that is the core of everything that exists. And so number 2, momentum action pathway is about drawing on your star energy, your soul's truth and radiance, and harnessing those inner natural resources to maximize energy conservation and efficiencies within you. And so rest leads to restoration, and there is the most power and the most the most unique and clearest expression of who you are comes from the center still point. And so the drawing on, and harnessing that inner energy is first about connecting to it from stillness. So number 1 is practice inner environmental awareness. Number 2, map system. From this map system is draw on your star energy. Number 3, momentum action pathway, is to clean up thought pollution. Because as much work as we did yesterday with the clearing map system, the fact is we live in a world where there's lots of ideas thrown up and beliefs and thought forms, some people call them, and that are floating around out there. So we've got to take responsibility for our own energetic system by cleaning up thought pollution. So this is about decluttering your mind a little bit more, and in more than just decluttering, which we did in the clearing map system, it's also about infusing your mind with fresh, sparkling, clean energy so that you are feeding and nourishing your natural and replenishing your natural resources and not corrupting and polluting them. So this is about choosing the best thoughts and handpicking the most beautiful, flowering, flourishing thoughts about full thriving in life and life's work, and giving these your attention, because whatever your current field of experience is, this is your opportunity today, is to take responsibility for what you are attaching to and what you are aligning with. So it's an ongoing process too. It's not a once and done kind of thing. So the fourth of the momentum action pathways that are associated with this map system is to observe the current of your emotion. So once you have begun to continuously clean up your thought pollution, you've got to also turn your attention to your emotion and observe the currents that are flowing through you. Allow it to flow, because if you try to stop or deny certain emotions, you're going to create an imbalance. And so you have to allow it to flow freely, and you meet it with grace and ease, and honor the feelings without giving your power over to them. Somebody very wise once told me that it's not about giving in or giving up. There's a different choice, and that's to give it over. But not give it over as in push it away, but rather just, an allowing and a surrendering with a full responsibility for your choices and actions. So an allowing and surrendering of the emotion itself, or the feeling. So honor your feelings without giving your power over to them. So don't empower your feelings, but rather honor them, and know that they've arisen to tell you something valuable. So thank them, and then allow them to be an invitation to return to your soul's center, still center point, and the access point for your star energy, your soul's truth and radiance. And that is what you want to use to come to life and live in full expression. And then from that place, choose love. Choose love for yourself, choose love for life's unfolding experience, and really become the observer of your emotions. The fifth momentum action pathway in this map system is to practice soul gardening. This is my term for really weeding through what is overgrown within you and what is threatening the life that you are, the light that you are at your core. What's consuming it within you. And sometimes that's tricky to find out what that is, but basically we come carrying sacred seeds of essence, and we are responsible then for cultivating our soul's garden, the sanctuary of our soul, keeping it clean, and so that we can breathe. And consider that, if you feel like you can't breathe, and I've certainly felt that at times in my life's journey, a couple times literally, but for me mostly psychologically, and or just you can feel the heaviness, you can feel it. And when some of us are very sensitive to energetic environmental circumstances, which we perceive to be external, and some literally are external. And yet our opportunity is to weed what's overgrown within. So to cultivate from our core. We're going to talk about that in the fourth map system, the essence map system, a little more. But for here, this is this opportunity in terms of harnessing your inner energy is about consciously gardening. So, taking out the weeds, figuring out this, you've got to connect with your soul, right? You have to even begin by connecting with your soul and knowing what's there. And then you want to nurture those sacred seeds of essence that are entrusted to you and celebrate the beauty that flowers from the expression of who you truly are as a soul. And then you might want to create a visual representation of your soul's gardening plan. So we go into that a little bit more deeper when we explore this particular map system. So it's really about, seeing your soul's sanctuary as a garden or a space for beautiful things to grow, and then really observing what is growing there. What are you allowing to grow there? So it's about, practicing energetic sovereignty and responsibility. Okay, number 6 momentum action pathway is to remember that love is the fuel. So you want to say yes. Say yes to your life, to you, to the light that you are, the life that you are, the love that you are, with every breath in and every breath out. And you want to seek love first within you, because then you become the energetic match to what it is you're seeking, and you will naturally attract that. It doesn't mean that you're gonna, living testimony to this, it doesn't mean that you're gonna have externally everything that you want it to look like. It doesn't really work that way, but what it does mean is that more and more you will experience the miraculous, the magical, and the miraculous that is rooted in an approach to life where you see yourself as light. Do you see what I'm saying? And so remember that love is the fuel. And so basically you find your way back to seeing yourself as love, as light, as life, as love. And when you begin to do that, then you naturally experience life in all its sparkling beauty. And regardless of the external circumstances and what you think you want it to look like, there's magic every single day, and it's beautiful. It doesn't, that love is the fuel, and you begin to really see that so clearly. So it leads you into a whole new way of seeing yourself and the world around you. So that's what these seeds systems, these 8 seed systems are about, a reconnection to the light that you are, so that leads you to a whole new way of seeing, and then it opens up more and more and more and more. And in terms of this energy map system, and our focus here is to connect to pathways to harness our energetic resources within us and to restore your soul from within. That's what's happening here, is when we remember that love is the fuel that is feeding and nourishing our soul, because our soul knows that to be true. And then there becomes an opening up every time we step into the way opens up. That's the number one thing that I believe that Jesus was teaching with his life, and many, many other great masters and leaders and teachers through the ages. And so what my experience has been is that as I say yes to my life, as I dare to just say yes, one little moment, even in the most crushing of moments, if I say yes, if I find the strength to just return to the still center of who I am and say yes, and remember and acknowledge that love is the fuel and believe that above all things, then you begin to see things differently over time. And so it is a restoration of your energetic system. And it is a harnessing of your star power when you do that, when you remember that love is a fuel. Number 7, decorate your inner sanctuary. So begin to, and we're going to go into this one a lot more deeply. These are all connecting points, these momentum action pathways in each system. And it's very layered, and so we'll come back. It's like music. We come back to another note. We pick up another note in a different section of the 24 life system. So when we look at this momentum action pathway in terms of connecting to our inner energetic resources, we will come back to this and explore it much more deeper in the interior design map system. So number 7 of the 8 momentum action pathways for the energy map system is to decorate your inner sanctuary, which is the beginning, the overview of what we'll go much more deeply into with the interior design map system in a a few videos from now. So decorate your inner sanctuary. What does that mean? So it means, first of all, master the principles of interior design. Interior meaning your soul self, your whole self. So those principles, similar to interior design as we think of it in the outer world in terms of our homes, is, form and function, space planning, balance, scale, rhythm, repetition, focal points, color, harmony, unity, contrast. Yeah, there's more, but that's a good start. Okay, so bringing your attention to your inner sanctuary, and really knowing that that's important. It's not just, we're not just here for some kind of rat race, run around in circles and, master some kind of like jump through hoops and yay, I look good. Like, I've never really understood that. But anyway, I mean, it is important, and that's my learning. My learning is to learn that actually is important. But what I do understand fully, and I know to be true, is that when you decorate your inner sanctuary, when you make that home within beautiful, then you're okay. You're okay. Like, I happen to be homeless at the moment, and I certainly have had the last 5 years. I've moved around quite a bit and lived in different locations and countries and let go of a lot of stuff, and I don't have, by any stretch of the imagination, a normal, I hope to have it one day, but I don't have a normal home environment. And yet, because I have that inner sanctuary, and when I make the time to go there and to connect within, things are beautiful, and there is such harmony and such love and such grace and such beauty. And then that beauty can't help but be connected to on the outside. Now, often it may look different than what you think. At least it's not like, wow, now you have this lovely home on the lake that's a sanctuary. I hope someday that actually is the case, but right now I can take a walk in the woods, and because I have that, I can recognize it in nature, and I can also use nature as a teaching tool to help me create that inner sanctuary in the way that I most want to experience my life. And all of this connects you to your inner energy resources and allows you to harness life energy, life force, ki, chi, however you say it, and bring that forward. So that is the 7th of the momentum action pathways for the energy map system. Number 8 from the energy map system is to restore your soul, to walk beside the still waters within you, and to appreciate the natural beauty of who you are, which is expressed and brought forward as you enter into that inner sanctuary. So it's about restoration and seeing reflected in the waters of this world the wonder of who you are in this present moment right now, as you are. Nothing more is needed. And so consider how you're choosing to see yourself and how that is reflected, the beauty of it, how that is the beauty of it is reflected in the faces around you, in the spaces around you, in the world. And you'll see it if you continue to look. Seek and you will find. And this one, it took me a long time to actually see those threads of connection, and sometimes I still struggle with it, but there's a way to embrace the whole of who you are, and to come back to rest and restoration, to restore your soul, to replenish your inner energetic resources. And as you do that, it leads you into a whole new way of seeing yourself and the world around you, as you restore your soul from within. So I will repeat those 8 just top level momentum action pathways for the energy map system to connect to your essential self. These are pathways to harness your inner energy resources and restore your soul from within. Number 1, practice inner environmental awareness. Number 2, draw on your star energy, your soul's truth and radiance. Number 3, continue to clean up thought pollution. Number 4, observe the current of your emotion. Number 5, practice soul gardening. Number 6, remember that love is the fuel. Number 7, decorate your inner sanctuary. And number 8, restore your soul. So these momentum action pathways for the energy map system will lead to an experience of life that helps you to awaken the world within for a whole new beginning, embrace a whole new way of seeing yourself and the world around you. Know that you are light. Connect to your essential self. And that leads you to full thriving in this life, to come to life and live in full expression. So consider today, how will you harness your inner energy? I will see you tomorrow for the Awakening Map System.